Tech here in Alaska. Lo Holly, duh. Welcome to those of you that are new and welcome back to those of you that aren't new. This video is going to be so freaking helpful, and because you clicked on this video, I know that you have your nail license or your manicurist license and now you're wondering, what do I do next? Keep watching to find out. Okay, so you have your manicurist license and you're wondering what to do next. To be honest, there's so many different ways that you can go about this, and it all depends on what you personally want to do. You got your nail license. You don't know if you want to start off on your own and get your own suite or work in a salon. I recommend working in a salon, and let me tell you these reasons why. Working in a salon, you might not feel the most comfortable, but that is going to be a really, really good way for you to start building your own clientele. Okay, find the busiest salon, okay? Make your own business cards and just start passing them out or giving them your nail Instagram, so when you do leave that salon, your clients that you do gain from that salon, they're gonna follow you wherever you go. When you work in a salon, traffic is already going to be driving itself into the salon, hoping that you pick a good, busy salon that gets clients. If you pick a salon that is barely seeing people, you barely get 4 people a day, chances are you're not going to start building your clientele as fast as you would want to. And when you build your clientele, you make more money because you get more clients. And let's just say that you took the suite route, okay? So if you open your own suite, let's say you have to pay $1,000 a month at this suite. You're fresh out of school. So if you were not practicing before then or building your clientele before then or posting on social media of the steps that you can do before then, how do you know that you are going to make that $1,000 to cover your suite every month? And yes, you might be making $1,000 to cover your rent for the suite, but are you making money to put back into your products and to even pay yourself? You have to really think about that. When you are working in a salon, majority of the time you are an employee. They are paying you hourly or commission, and you're not having to pay for products, you're not having to pay for marketing, you're not having to pay for your scheduling system. All that stuff is done for you, which is really nice. You have your license, you go to a salon, and you start building your clientele, passing out business cards, social media. And whether you decide to work in a suite or work in a salon, after that, everything is kind of the same. Like, you really have to grind, but as you're grinding for whatever goal you're trying to achieve, you need to figure out what that goal is. Like, are you trying to make X amount of money? If you're in a salon, are you trying to get enough clients and clientele to where you can open your own suite? If you're in a suite, are you trying to open a salon? Are you trying to make X amount of money in your suite? Are you trying to become a travel nail tech? Do you want to travel around your city? Do you want to travel from state to state? Do you want to be a nail content creator? Like, you have to really figure these things out. But with that, no matter what type of nail tech you are or where you are in the world, you are going to have to, one, get your money in order. You want to make sure that all your money is being accounted for, every single penny. 2, you want to make sure everything that you're doing is legal, okay? Because you do not want IRS coming for your behind, because that's embarrassing and it's just not a good look, and none of us want to be in that type of trouble. 3, you want to make sure you're practicing. You want to make sure that you're trying new things all the time. And when you try these new things, share them with your followers, share them with your supporters, just so that they know and can see that you're trying, you're growing, and then you just never know what these types of opportunities will open up for you in the long run. 4, make connections. Make connections with estheticians, make connections with tattoo artists, anybody in the beauty or creative space. They don't even have to be in your city. They could be in any freaking state. Make connections with these people because they can also help you in the long run, and you just never know. Like, you meet people for a reason. So just learn from them, and always, this brings me to 5, always be open to learn. Always be open to hear people out. Be open to new ideas and continue to be creative and come up with new ideas. Whether that mean collaborating with other nail techs, collaborating with estheticians. And another thing, even if you have your license, you can still get certifications in certain things. So yes, we have our manicurist license, but you can get certified in Gel-X. You can get certified in nail art, like nail art classes. If you take a nail art class, usually they give you a certificate. You can get certified in forms. You just have to look for these different companies or different brands that are doing classes and courses that are going to give you a certificate. Let me just put out there that a certificate is different than your license. I was seeing this like a couple years ago where people are like, oh yeah, I'm certified to do nails, or oh yeah, I'm certified to do lashes. But are you licensed to do nails, and are you licensed to do lashes? Licensed is, you have to go through the state's regulations, rule. Like, you have to go through the state. Certifications are just like, you're going through these people. But some places that you're getting certified through might also be able to license you. So you just have to do your research and figure that out, because they are different things. When you get your license, another big thing that I don't think a lot of nail techs talk about is your mindset. You are going to have days where you feel like you're not growing as fast as other people, and you're gonna start comparing yourself to other people. And depending on what your goal is, you are going to have motivation. You're gonna have to have discipline, and you're going to have tunnel vision. And I talk about this a lot, even on my podcast. If you have not listened to my podcast, tune into that. It is called Nail Tech Nation. I'll put it here on the screen. But I talk about all things nails, that a lot of nail techs aren't talking about. Back to what I was saying. You're gonna have to really be able to tune out what other people are saying, because you're gonna have family, you're gonna have friends that aren't gonna see your vision, and that's okay. And you really are just going to have to distance yourself from that if you want to grow. And that is the change that a lot of us entrepreneurs, period, or beauty pros, period, that's something that a lot of us don't talk about, because you love your friends and you love your family, but when they are holding you back from greater things, like, you're gonna have to learn how to distance yourself from them, or pull back, even as much as it hurts. And sometimes those are the only people that you have to turn to. But you really have to have a really, really good, strong head on your shoulders, because it is not for the weak, okay? People are going to say, oh, you're not gonna make any money. Oh, that's just a side gig. Oh, it's just a side hustle. You need to get a real job. Y'all, you can make 6, 7, 8 figures by being in the beauty industry, period. So don't let them tell you that it's not a real job, that you won't be able to make any money, because you can literally see all these people online making this type of money, and they are just regular people like you. They just were grinding to get to where they were, and everything is not gonna happen overnight. I'm 4 years in working in a suite, and I just have bigger goals, and I know I have to work to get to those bigger goals. So I have a strong head, I have tunnel vision, and I am distancing myself from those that aren't going to get me to where I need to go, because of how bad I want it. I want you to keep that in mind, because I know some people are questioning whether they can make money doing this, or whether if this is a career change or just a side hustle. For me, it did start as a side hustle. I was working in a salon on the side because I was a medical assistant. But y'all, now I'm doing this full time, living my best life, okay? Making more money than I've ever made in my life and helping those that I love around me. And it's just like literally one of the best feelings in the world. And I know if I could do it, you could do it. You just have to have the drive and the people around you to get you to where you're going. I know that a lot of people say that like it doesn't matter who's around you, but in all honesty, in my freaking opinion, it really does. Having those around you that want to see you grow and want to grow for themselves is very freaking important. You have like having the people that support you in your dreams in your tight circle is going to help you grow. It's easier to build your empire with a strong foundation of people. And so when you're working in a salon and so you got your license, you're working in a salon, keep note of the things that you like and the things that you don't like that salon is doing. And I say this from experience. I've worked in 3 salons and I've definitely picked things that I like that I would want to put in my future salon, and I've picked things that I don't like that I would never put in my salon. So when you're at these places, be sure to take mental note of things that you like and things that you don't like, because it'll help you in the long run. I have an appointment soon, so I want to wrap this up. I really hope that this touched somebody out there. If it did, if you got something out of this, anything, please comment below. Some clapping hand emojis, some 100 emojis, or just some like words of encouragement to other nail techs reading your post or reading your comment. If you are not a part of Nail Tech Nation, it is a free community that I created and I really want you to join. We have, I think, 1,300 plus members, and we're constantly growing, and it's just an amazing group. I text you guys Monday through Friday, product recommendations. You guys are the first to know about anything that drops. You guys are just amazing freaking nail techs that want to become better. Go ahead and text Nail Nation to the number on the screen, 442-237-5370, to lock you in to my Nail Tech Nation group. If you have not listened to my podcast, Nail Tech Nation, that's all you have to type in the search bar. We are on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to tune in because I talk about amazing topics that need to be talked about in the nail industry. Please share this video with anybody that you think that this would help. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or whatever them YouTube people say. And your favorite nail tech from Alaska is out. Bye.